Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my review of The Dark Knight Rises. This is also one of my favorite Batman films. I find it pretty enjoyable to watch as compared to others. And this is my DVD copy. It's like the cheapest kind you can get. It rattles around and I thrifted it. I'm hoping to get a better version of it eventually. I just have not found one yet. I'm not going to dig super deep into characters that I discussed in my The Dark Knight video. Because I don't want to just sound like a broken record. I already talked about how I like Christian Bale's Batman and what I don't like about him, and Alfred and everybody, whatever. I will be discussing the new characters. I will not be rediscussing my opinions on the same characters. One person I did forget to mention in the last film is Lucius Fox. I love that he's played by Morgan Freeman. I think he did a wonderful job. He was hilarious at times. Obviously, sometimes it was serious, but when he needed to be funny, he was really funny. I cannot envision a more perfect casting than that. Now, I do think this movie is good for a lot of reasons. I also think it is bad for a lot of reasons, and I'm going to start with the good stuff. I think the way that the storyline progressed was good. It was very, very slow, and I get that it's like supposed to be theatrical, and you gotta experience it, but it seems like there was some places where there was whole scenes that could have just been edited out. They were not necessary. You know what else could have been entirely edited out was Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. I hate Anne Hathaway's Catwoman for so many reasons. Sorry, not talking about the good stuff anymore. I have to go on this rant. It's not that I dislike Anne Hathaway. I think she's a good actor, and I like her in some things. However, I feel as though she is not a serious actor. Just the way that she acts, like, she was obviously, like, theatrically trained. I'm saying that as an actor, and seeing the way that she performs, she was taught to act in a certain way, and it just did not fit the vibe of this film. I feel as though they only put her in this movie because they had the budget to, and she was popular at the time. I think there could have been so many better picks. Like, literally anyone else. I also really do not like the age gap between her and Christian Bale. It feels unnatural, and I feel as though they also kind of look related, and so maybe that's why it also disgusts me. But he looks like he could be her father. And, I think the fact that she's just, like, seducing him and he's like, is gross. It just feels really gross to me. I also felt as though her character was very overly, like, characterized, I guess. Like, they were like, this is Catwoman. This is the kind of stuff that Catwoman says. It's just, like, hearing the same things you've heard a million times in the comics. I feel as though that was this movie's biggest weakness. I did really enjoy Tom Hardy's Bane, on a lighter note. I love Tom Hardy. I think he's hilarious. I love Venom. And I'm not sure if he was actually the one doing Bane's voice or if they had someone, like, voice over his acting. But the voice was really good. His presence was good. The costume was insane. Big upgrade from the Batman and Robin Bane that's Poison Ivy's henchman that can't speak, who I also like, but I feel is not true to who Bane actually is as a character. I could not think of a better pick for someone to play Bane. And I am not the biggest fan of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I've seen him in a lot of things. One of my favorite movies is 10 Things I Hate About You, and he's okay in that. I just feel like he always looks like a sad puppy. Like, he'll be saying, like, something serious, but he'll be looking like this. And it's like, I will smack your face. Stop doing that. But I don't think he was awful in this movie. I think he did a pretty good job at playing his part, and I honestly wish they would do kind of a Batman spin-off with him as the next Batman, and I'm not saying he needs to be the next set of Batman movies, but I feel like kind of a mini-series would be really, really cool. Kind of like how they did the Penguin, where it's an offshoot of the character. I feel like they kind of just left that opportunity out in the open, and just been letting it sit there. And it's like, you could continue this. I would watch that. I would probably enjoy it if you did it right. I think that is all I had to say on the movie. Thank you for indulging my rant, and I hope to see you in the next video.